I don't think there's any enders in this box. Alright, let's get into this box. Oh, hello. Hello, little wee penny. Oh, look, there's two of them. $1951 in Philly and 1946 Philly. Wheat pennies number 1 and 2. There we go. No ender, but we started off with 2. If you're wondering what videos I'm watching through my headset, if you ever are wondering at all, I'm watching old 1970s and old 1980s heavy-duty machine operating safety videos. I think, honestly, in my opinion, the most infamous of these is Shaking Hands with Danger. And I remember listening to Shaking Hands with Danger, watching it. Like, we had, like, an extra day in my shop class, and we were watching Shaking... Yeah, I remember watching Shaking Hands with Danger in my shop class. Ooh, another one. 1945 Philly. Oh no. $19.45 Philly, wheat penny number 3. Doing good so far. Again, no enders. I actually had this box searched, or I looked at the ends, because I had to see how many rolls were in there when I got this box, and there's no enders in them. You would know, because I would always switch them out. Ready. Smith. Hello, hello, viewer. Oh. Oh, look, a weedy penny. A weedy penny? Really? 1946 Philly. Wheat penny number 4. Getting a good amount of wheat pennies today, actually. Ow. 09. That was clean. Oh, hey, look, a Weedy. Had a mild feeling that would be a wheat penny. 44S. It looks like this wheat penny, someone tried to clean it. It looks like they were mildly successful, but they didn't get past the polishing phase, didn't they? 1944S, wheat penny, number 5. There's another estimate, too. Look at that. Okay. 10 rolls of Chef, 2 wheat pennies. We got 5. Canadian penny. $17 Philly. wheat penny is hiding under here. 1951 Denver, wheat penny number 6. Yippee. There, Canadian penny, right on the end. And there goes that Canadian penny. Woody. Oh, damn. Thought I found a Closane for a second. Oh, 05. Or 09. Hello, viewer. Alright, we got 20 rolls in. Should have 4 wheat pennies. We got 6. We only got 1 wheat penny from that entire group of 10. Good thing we have 5 more from the first group of 10. Hello, viewer. Aww. 1959. Oh, hello both viewers. Good to see you here. Oh, 3 viewers. Hello. Now we're down to 1. Okay. It's gonna take me probably months or a couple months to get a new wheat penny because the ones I've got are just gonna be so hard to find. Oh, there's another dime. And there's another Wheatie. $19.57 Denver, Wheat Penny number 7. Not bad. Halfway to the box, should have 5 Wheat Pennies. We got 7. Mm-hmm. 1968 S. Rarest Memorial. Hello, viewer. Aww. 1959 always gets me. Oh, hello, viewer. Thanks for the like, man. Okay. Wait a second. Alright, 30 rolls in. We should have 6 wheat pennies. We got 7. We didn't get 1 wheat penny from that group. Let's keep going. We got the average wheat pennies at this point of our box, but slowing down a bit, it seems like. Something filling. Oh, hello, viewers. Oh, Weedy. 1926 Philly. Too bad it's not mint mark. I bet I have a couple 26s. Actually, I think I might have all the 26s. I don't have a 26S, which is a pretty rare one. 26S is 5 million. Oh man, that would be amazing if I got a 26S. Woo. 26 Philly though. Oh, we'll take what we can get. That's wheat penny number 8. Place your bets, guys. How much do you want to bet? I'd say 10,000, maybe 20,000 wheat pennies before I get every single one. Now I'm gonna be surprised if we go towards 100. We are in the end game. We are going to start finding. The amount of new pennies that add to our book. We're gonna. it's going to substantially slow for now onwards because we're starting to get into the rare wheat pennies. Oh, 9. Estimate. Hello, viewers. Ready. 17 Philly. Another 68S, rarest memorial penny. Oh, 09. Another 09. Oh, viewer. Wheatie, 1957 Denver. Wheat penny number 9. Here's no 09. Ten rolls to go. We should have 8 wheat pennies. We have 9. Hello, viewer. Wheatie, 1945 Philly. We pay number 10. Canadian penny. I found a struck penny, people. I don't know what that is. Never seen a struck penny like that. What's your rarest coin you've ever found? I think a 32 Denver. But if it's the rarest one I have, actually, no, that's not the rarest coin I found. The rarest coins I have found are several W mints. With each W mint variety has a, a mintage of 2 million. So technically that is my rarest coin. However, it's a little bit, kind of cheesy to say that because they're newer. But if you want to know, like, my rarest, like, quote-unquote older coin, it's definitely a 32 Denver. I mean, just think about it. 32 Denvers are definitely 1953 Denver. Philly, you meant to say 1953 Philly. We pay number 11, actually. So yeah, if you're wondering what's my rarest coin I've ever found, technically W mints, but however, I honestly say a 32 Denver because W mints were struck not even, like, less than 5 years ago. 32 Denvers were struck many decades ago. So honestly, I'd almost say that because the W mints are definitely going to be around more often because they're newer. Even though each W mint was minted only, there's only a sixth of each W mint variety compared to the 32 Denver. So yeah. However, my rarest coin I have gotten, hello viewers, thanks for the second like. I do have a 1884 O, which has a mintage of 10.9 million, but it was given to me by my grandpa. It's a Morgan dollar, I think I might have said that. But again, if anybody's wondering my rarest wheat penny, if anybody's wondering my rarest wheat penny I've ever found, it's a 32 Denver. There's 09. I found that one Christmas of last year. I did a bunch of Christmas super searches, and I found that one on Christmas. However, I will say, unfortunately, we are almost done, but I will be playing Borderlands after this. I want to get this item called the Shluter. No, I'm actually not kidding. It's called the Shluter. Apparently, if you kill an enemy with it and equipped it for 12 seconds, you get 1,000% chance to get legendary drop. Like 1,000% increased drop. No, I'm not being hyperbole. I'm not kind of throwing numbers. So 1,000%. It is ridiculous. Apparently, I really want to test it out. I was gonna mow today, but I'm not. I'll see if I can get my parents to let me do it tomorrow, which they should. Because honestly, what I've been doing for a while, I've been picking out metal out of a driveway, and I'm 10 hours in, and I'm just 82% done. So I'm almost done, so I'm going to hopefully finish that tomorrow. But also tomorrow, I need to wrap my pennies. I don't think I can produce more than 8 boxes of pennies. I'm born like... I have a big collection of nickels, and I look for rare dates. Yeah. Nickel guy, huh? I'm more of a penny guy. Pennies are cheaper for me. If I get my job as a wind turbine technician, I'll definitely consider expanding into quarters. I hope I can do that because I want to just mass search quarters to a certain degree too. Because I really want to pick not just silver, but all the Westies. There's a Canadian penny. By the way, my rarest nickel I have is, I think non-war nickel. I have a 1950 Denver? I have a 1950 nickel. I think it's a Denver. Ow! Excuse me. That was disgusting. Let's see. For war nickels, I have a 42S, a 43 Philadelphia, a 43S, let's see, a 42S, 43P, 43S, 44P, 45P, and 45D, and a 45S. And for the 1950 I have, it's a 1950 Philadelphia. Nice. Each roll contains 40 nickels. For quarter and nickel rolls contain 50 coins, and penny and dime rolls contain 50. So quarter and nickels are 40, penny and dime are 40. By the way, if you spend $100, you can buy yourself a full box of 50 rolls of nickels, or roughly 4,000 nickels. Actually, I think it's 2,000 nickels. And if you spend $200, you can get yourself a nickel bag, but they're a little bit harder to source. Banks around here don't like it when you get the bags, because sometimes they're worried that you'll just get the bags, search them, and then dump them. And the reason they don't like that is because it costs them money to buy the bags. It's like $1.70. They really don't like that, so they've stopped. Oh, there's a really beautiful 1959. But yeah, for example, my wheat penny game, I'm in the end game right now. I have about 28 varieties that I don't have. I have a huge majority of wheat pennies. You probably, if you're experienced, you probably know exactly what I'm struggling with. It's the 1910s and 20s with the mint marks. Especially the early 1910s with mint marks are very scarce. Last roll. Well, I didn't plan on collecting nickels, but I just got a lot of 1912 Denver. You are describing, if you have a 1912 nickel, you're describing a V nickel. And if you got one, nice. That is the last year of the V nickel. Well, kind of and kind of not. Because this one dude went to a numismatic convention and he showed up with 5 of these 1913 V nickels. Now, these nickels were examined and they were determined to be real. However, the federal government did not release a list that said that they struck 1913 there's an S penny. They did not strike them. However, here's where it gets very weird, right? It's theorized that this dude may have actually been a mint worker and struck 5 of these 1913 V nickels and just took them, which is insanely illegal and extremely difficult to do. Well, there's even one incident where this guy was on his way to deliver one of these nickels and he crashed, unfortunately dying. However, the V nickel survived, and to this day, all 5 V nickels are surviving, with I believe 2 in the hands of museums, and 3 of them are in the hands of private collectors. Today, they're one of the rarest nickels you can find, or that exist. Someone probably literally got into the mint itself and struck their own coins and yanked them, which again is extremely illegal. Okay, let's file the report today. Oh, guess what I found at work today? Or guess what I found at work yesterday? This chat. Buffalo nickel. Unfortunately, the date is gone because this happens with most Buffalo nickels. I'm pretty sure it's because all these features were struck above the rim and were worn down. Buffalo nickels were made from 1913 to 1938. Yep, 38 sounds. Yep, that's right, 38. I have a couple 38s. I'll input my data for my nickels, not my nickels, my pennies, and then I will go and I'll show you my nickel collection. One is unreadable for the date. Yeah, again, so you're gonna find if you take a penny and you rub your finger on it, you're gonna realize there's a rim, and they strike that rim on there. Not just they're gonna do it for two reasons. The rim makes the coin stackable, one, and two, it actually protects way better against wear because imagine this, every single year coins do this, and it doesn't seem like they do much, but slowly over time, they will wear each other down, and they will become. They will start looking. Oh crap! Where did I put it? Where did I put the Buffalo nickel? Did I put it back on my table? How do I lose a Buffalo nickel? I'm insanely stupid. It's somewhere. I'm dumb. It's somewhere in my site. I know it. Oh, there it is. So eventually what happens is you get this, where they're just worn to hell. 1888, is that a rare coin? That, you are describing a Indian head penny. I don't think they're insanely rare. In 1888, let me see. 88. 37 million struck. So I would say mildly a little bit on the... Yeah, that's common. A lot of them looks like they have an average strike, I'd say roughly 20, 30 million. So that's an average. Indian head pennies are not insanely like rare. Like if you find one, you're gonna get like $20,000. They can be worth like $1 to $3, I believe. They're not extremely rare. In fact, if you actually don't know, I got two of them on my desk. You'll find one of these for every like I'd say $500 on average of pennies. They are a little bit uncommon because they are very old. But they rarely demand a fortune. However, if you find one in the 1850s, that can change. An old roll, yeah, which means you probably got all copper. Batch name. Yeah, so guys, I have to confirm that people are folding. I went to a bank a couple days ago, and I was like, I brought in a box of pennies, and this guy's like, pennies, huh? It's a perfect time to get rid of them. I am correct. They are falling for it. Again, do I think that the penny is going to be demonetized? No, I don't think so. If we stop striking the penny, it's not going to be demonetized. However, also, is 1857, yeah, you're describing a flying eagle. Yes, I have absolutely no life. So the Flying Eagle cent was struck for only 3 years. However, they stopped because at the time, the technology was limited to make designs. So striking them were very difficult. I think it's the 58 Flying Eagle or 59. There were only 3,000 of them were struck, meaning that I think it was the 1959 or 1859 Flying Eagle cent is the rarest penny you can find, or rarest small cent. Yeah, you just heard exactly what I said. Hold on, chat. Actually, what you're just... I know I keep saying what you're describing, but that is a large cent. And I believe that is... I'm not really that good on large cents, although I know they're the size between a... I have one. They're a size between a $half and a quarter. That sounds like a wreathed cent, and that design of large cent that you have should be the last design that was ever made. Alright, so let's go. Wheat pennies, we got 11 of those, so a little bit lower, but above that 10 wheat penny mark. 10 of those 2009 bicentennials. 3 of those 17 Phillies, very low actually. 6 S-Mints. 3 Woodies. 4 Canadians. 0 Indian heads. Give me a second. It's about to get loud, by the way. We're going to count our coppers. What design is a large penny? I also have a 19... What design is yours? It's probably the same as yours. I believe it was like an 1854, so it was one of the last large cents. It was $40 for that. And we got 524 coppers. And the other, we have a struck penny. So, by the way, do you want to hear a really good tip of how you can, like, circulate coins very fast? I used to only circulate or search 2 boxes every single month, but I have done that. I've switched from 2 a month to up to 30 and 31 a month, or up to 1 a day. And my way of doing this is I have a machine that can, it's semi-automatic, but I can wrap them very fast. I can produce a box of rolled pennies in roughly 10 minutes. Provided that I don't have any errors, though. Let's see. So, hold on, give me a second. Here are some older. 1946, 46, another 48. That's fine. However, you can just, if you go to Chase, go get rolls or go buy them from Walmart. If you want my suggestion, the cheapest rolls you can get is the flat rolls. They are the most annoying. But if you roll your nickels up or roll any coins up, you can trade them with Chase. Even the ones that will not give pennies to you for businesses. Actually, I fall back on that last claim. You have a lesser chance. However, I've rarely been rejected from Chases. Let's see. 4,975. Why do I... Oh, it's 4,976. No, because there's that one row. So now we have 4,986 wheat pennies. But yeah, honestly, the only thing this machine's going to do is that or these 2 machines are going to do, is that, do you have a penny before you're 1,800? No. But if you do, you better keep that thing in a safe. My oldest coin is probably from like 18... No, nothing before 1880. Well, that I found. So here's my nickel collection if you're going to want to see it. There's 200 bucks we did yesterday. Ow! Shop blower. So my grandma has this old china cabinet. 1793. If you actually have a 1793, yikes. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious. Here's my whole line of nickels. Wait a second. You say you can't afford the machine, but you can somehow afford a 1793 penny? Little bit suspicious, bro. 1793s are like 800,000 to $1 million uncirculated. Roughly, what is it? Like 50 grand? Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna stream on Borderlands. So if you want to stop for a second. Interesting. What's the design look like on the back? Can you describe it to me? Here's my Wheaties. Where's the rarest penny I've found ever? That one right there. I'm getting very close. This page is going to be extremely difficult to fill. And there's 59 modern day pennies. I don't think I have the 24s. I have 20. I need to put the 25s in there. Heart tie 100 on the back. Checks out. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go, but I'm gonna stream on my PlayStation in about 5 minutes or less. But yeah, if you want to see me there, you can. I have to go to the restroom. Yeah, we're done. Tomorrow we do box 202, but 202 will be loose rolls. Anyway, see you guys later. Be back.